Wait a minute. Before we get started, I want to continue on with this obsession talk because we were just talking about it off
Okay.
camera. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I haven't seen
said-
Backrooms yet.
He just said you should be asking him if he's okay.
Is your pizza pepperoni?
It's very aggressive, yes.
It's a pepperoni pizza?
It's very aggressive. The pizza is hurting me.
That's crazy. Wait a minute. So, realistically, in Obsession, I think it was good. The only thing is, I think she knew what she was doing the entire time.
No.
I think so.
No. She knew what she was doing at times when she would snap back into herself. I think when she cooked his cat, she did that on purpose. Times where she was trying to scare him with the Polaroid when she said, "Not me." And when Ian came in the door and she was like screaming, "Stop," I think those were real Nikki knowing what she was doing. But other than that, it was like split versions of herself.
Well, why didn't real Nikki just kill herself?
She tried.
Couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She asked him to kill her, and he was like,
Oh,
"What would be
she
so
did.
wrong
She
about
did
being
say.
with me?"
She did. That was after the little where she did the scene where she was standing in the corners
No.
when they were
No.
sleeping.
Did we watch the same movie? Did you actually go see
I
it?
watched it twice. I fell asleep on it the first time, and then I
Oh.
woke up when he was eating his cat in the little sandwich, and she's like, "How's my little food critic?" or "What's the critic on cat?" or "What's the verdict on cat?" or something. So I woke up right there.
That I
but-
think was on purpose because at that point it was made clear to her that he wasn't gonna do anything to
Yeah.
help her get out of that.
You know what did kind of piss me off though, where she does snap out of it, and he's like, "Well, what's so wrong with loving
That's
me?"
literally what I just said.
What's
Not
wrong?
not even loving me, he said being with me.
Yeah, look,
And then
what's-
she's like, "I've never been with you, Bear."
That's stupid. Like,
It was stupid.
your dumb ass asking for it.
It wasn't even a scary movie in the sense of horror. The scary part of the movie was the fact that we were basically watching her be taken advantage of for 2 hours.
That was the most uncomfortable part of the movie for sure. Yeah.
Do you not agree?
Nah, I agree with you. It's just the way you said.
No,
Just
I'm
be
being
taken advantage of
serious.
for 2 hours.
She was.
This crazy.
She didn't like have a choice.
So was Bear the villain of the movie then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, and it's interesting. I like watching movies where the protagonist is also the antagonist of the movie.
Yeah.
That makes
pretty
sense. I got mad respect for that director dude though.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he turned this from an indie film to like a full-on feature.
Mm-hmm.
He basically a very indie filmmaker's dream if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Like
did.
he turned this from an indie film, because I think they shot like a concept of it
Mm-hmm.
many moons
Oh,
ago.
they did.
And then he turned this into, they did this thing at the film festival.
Yeah.
I didn't
Gotta
know that they
look
shot
at-
a concept.
Yeah,
Oh,
got
yeah.
it looked at. Now it's a big thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was
You
low
leave-
budget too,
Yeah.
$750,000.
And it's at like 240 some million right now, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot, and I know some of the people who are working production are mad because they didn't like sign to get more money,
I'm like,
and so the movie's doing really good, and they're like, I only got $10,000 for a month of shooting, and I want more.
what do
and
you think about that? Do you think they should be getting more
If
money?
you don't believe in the project enough
Royalties.
to sign and ask for
Mhm.
more, then that's not
I feel like whatever
anybody
you sign
else's
for
fault
is
but
like,
yours.
you know,
what
signed
you
up
read
for
the
an indie film,
read the
yeah.
contracts. If-
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I have an idea for a sequel. So what if for a sequel, check it out. What if for a sequel, it's the same Nikki, not even that. If it's the same, no, not even that. What if for the sequel, somebody makes another dumbass wish, and now it happens to a guy?
Oh, like the same wish, but it happens to a guy.
Right.
I think that would be cool. I think it would be cool if they did more about like different wishes that people made
Yeah,
and how
a
they could go
different wish.
wrong. Like, be
Mhm.
careful what you wish for, kind of thing.
Mhm.
But
He's like, I want $1 billion.
I'm pretty sure the $1 billion was literally dollar bills. By the way.
Yeah, because they showed like the behind the scenes of like the stacks of money that they were just like dropping down, right?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was like literal
Like
dollar.
actually, it
dollar
wasn't
dollar
like prop
bill
money or
kind of
anything.
critter. I
Mm.
don't know.
Mhm.
He
Crazy,
couldn't
right?
get it anyway. He also, what would you do? Like if you have $1 billion out of nowhere, the government's gonna come for you unless you're paying for stuff under the table.
100%.
So,
100%.
but he can't do anything with it because he's dead. So
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
She
Oh,
popped
that's
him.
okay.
She got rid of him.
He'll be
Aight,
fine.
she got him. Do you think it's movie of the year? It's a movie of the year contender?
I think you answer the question.
No, you go ahead first.
I think Michael's movie of the year, but
Mm,
it should still be nominated.
see.
Obsession.
I think it'll definitely be up there. I don't think it'll get nominated for like best picture. I think best actress for sure she'll get
Mhm.
nominated, and then Backrooms I think will get nominated for best screenplay.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That one's really good.
I haven't seen it
The
yet.
story's great to that one. Yeah.
Have you guys heard of? I think it's called Leviticus. It's another horror movie that's going to be coming out soon.
I think I've heard
We're
about
seeing
it.
a lot of really good movies this year. It's a horror movie and it follows two guys, and there's like an entity that tries to kill them by showing up as what they most desire, but what they most desire is each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so they're kind of like alone in this kind of fighting this thing, but they don't know if they can actually trust each other, and then they like are in love with each other. I'm so excited. It comes out next month.
Okay. We'll have to keep an eye out for that one. We'll have to watch it.
It looks really good.
Your movie comes out later this month too. Toy
What
Story
movie?
5. We got Cowgirl Jesse on set.
How was it starring in that one?
Dude,
5 straight.
incredible.
They used your,
Incredible being on
they used
set.
your likeness for
They
the movie?
used my no. I was in the movie.
Oh, wow, really?
I was Jessie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the outfit and all, yeah.
Yeah, I got the get up. They kind of shrunk me down a little bit, you know, so I'd be the size of a toy.
Wow.
Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Method Podcast. I'm your host, Omaree.
Jordan.
And it's great to be back here, Jay.
Yes, sir.
We in a nice little outpost room today, man. We're trying out different
vibe,
sets.
yeah.
Yeah, today.
I like this one. It's a comfy couch.
Oh, man, this couch is super
Yeah,
comfortable.
good.
Today, we're making history here, Jordan. We got our first woman on the show today.
I
You
know,
what I mean?
right? Why do we do that?
I don't know, man, because we need views, man.
I guess so, huh?
'Cause we
Views were falling off.
we need a little
Quickly.
variety on the YouTube. We got a first. Hey, we was gonna put your headshot on our TV back here, but you know,
It's
she
terrible.
kinda-
Where did you guys find that one?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Did you get it on Instagram? Or did you ask
Don't
around
ask
for it?
questions you don't want answers to, man. If I find it, I'm gonna find it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even worry about it. If we bringing an interviewee on, we gonna know.
I'm gonna have you the
about
next time I need to find somebody, like stalk somebody on Instagram or Facebook. I'm gonna text you.
Oh, my
You do
God.
it for
You need
me.
answers. You go to Amari.
Hey,
Who-
listen.
Who do we
Jill,
got on today?
We
Who
got
on?
Jillian. What's up with the big
Mhm.
dog?
Wait.
Oh
My
I'm
hands are
gonna do
flaming.
that.
Okay, okay.
Stand up
Wow.
out of set. I had to stand
He
out of
hit
set.
right
You're-
here on my
Oh,
arm.
my God.
I just
Didn't
stand
even
out
put
of
my
set.
hand.
Hey, I'm always gonna give me a good handshake in. Don't
Okay.
even worry about that.
I'm too far, so I'm just going to give you one of these.
Well,
Yeah.
little John Cena salute.
Exactly.
Jill, what's up, man? How you doing today?
Ooh, don't call me that.
Oh, Jill.
Okay.
I'm
Take two. Take two. Jillian, what's up? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
pretty good.
How you doing today,
What's
Jill?
up, man? This your, this your first time ever doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, how's
Yeah.
it feel so far?
Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, well, let's do some icebreakers first, man. I know you're a bit of a
Alright.
reader. You brought us some things today.
I did.
I wanted to know 3 books that describe you as a person. What are these 3 books?
Okay,
here?
that's a hard question. I feel like because it's less of the books, like the story that I feel describe me. It's more of the characters, and I feel like that is.
Well,
with
tell
a
us
lot
what
of
you
books. Okay, I actually brought 3. I was only gonna bring 2. Should I show the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, show the
I
camera.
brought Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter.
What's it about?
This one follows 2 high schoolers. Specifically, there's this girl. Her name's Liz Buxbaum.
Mm-hmm.
That's me on the cover.
Okay.
When this movie releases, you guys can watch out for me being in it.
Okay.
I'm joking. But she is just in love with love. She loves romance.
Mm-hmm.
And it just follows her story as she realizes that the guy that she thought would be the perfect romance isn't, compared to the guy that she doesn't really like is turning out to be this like perfect rom-com.
Like a love triangle.
Kind
thing.
of.
Okay.
Kind of like a delusional one-sided love triangle
Okay.
because she likes the one guy and then doesn't like the other guy and the other guy likes her. She eventually comes around. But she's very like, I hold this one very close to me because I read this book when I was 16 and it's part of the reason that I got into acting.
Okay.
And so it's like kind of like Little Me. Reminds me of
Awesome.
Little Me.
Yeah.
So who's it written by?
Lynn Painter.
Awesome. Better than the movies.
Better than the movies.
Buy it on Amazon.
Or Barnes & Noble. Have you guys seen this movie? This one's People We Meet on
I
Vacation.
haven't seen it.
It's a movie on Netflix with
Okay.
Emily Bader and Tom Blythe.
Mm-hmm.
He plays President Snow in the most recent Hunger Games
Oh, okay.
movie.
The young version of him, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
young Snow. This one, I relate to this character. She's very kind of sporadic. She's a little crazy and loud and fun. If you watch the movie, you'll understand.
Okay.
Like, she's a little bit of a weirdo. And, like...
And you guys are pretty similar in that
Yeah,
way.
we're so similar in that sense,
Yeah,
right?
okay. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
This one is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is the one that I was telling you about
Okay.
on
What is this one about
Thursday.
again?
So this one follows a girl. Her name's Addie. She's in, I think it's 1700s France.
Okay.
And she's 23 years old. And she, like, feels so small and so trapped in her life,
Mhm.
and her parents are forcing her to marry this guy, and so she ends up making a deal with kind of this like almost devil.
Mhm.
She's just says, I want to live like and experience all these things, and so
Mm.
he gives her that. But the issue with that is that she becomes immortal, and every single time she leaves a room after meeting people, they forget her. So say
Oh.
if she was hanging out in the living room with somebody that she had just met and he walked
Mhm.
into the bathroom, he'd come back, he'd be like, who is this random girl in my
Yeah.
apartment?
Mm.
So it just follows her journey with that, and struggling with how she wants to live so bad and wants so much more for herself.
Mhm.
But still, even though she's gotten that, she's still somehow trapped. And my cousin actually got me this book, and she wrote,
Shout out cousin.
shout
man.
out Taryn. She
Shout out
wrote
Taryn.
on the
Aw.
dedication,
Wow.
and it says,
That's
I can't
hard.
wait to see you on a late night interview show promoting your upcoming movie, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
That's what's up, man.
Aw. So it hasn't been
That's
made
what's
into a
up, man.
movie or show or anything. It
I
hasn't been
think,
adapted.
okay, so actually, these two are currently in pre-production.
That's what's up.
Oh.
And
what's
this one has a script written. I
Mhm.
think this one does, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
Mhm.
I
It
assume
was,
if it's in pre, it probably does.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was cleared to become a show years ago, I think in 2022.
Have you looked at any
Um,
casting?
I haven't yet, because she is French, and I feel like I would be doing her an injustice because I'm not French, and
Yeah,
she
we-
has like the accent and everything, and I can't really do that.
You could pick it up.
That's true.
Just was gonna say that.
Yeah.
That's something we're gonna talk about today is the difference between playing a character and becoming one.
Yes.
But you definitely could.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I
You
think
definitely could. Yeah.
The writers of Euphoria, or
Oh, I
one
know
of
what
them
on that.
are they're writing this one.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's
Mm.
incredible. It's like just reading one really, really, really long poem.
Mhm.
Not these pairs of shoes, but on a different pair of shoes, I have quotes from the book written on
Nice.
them. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Have you read these 3 books in full?
Multiple times
Nice.
for all 3 of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice. I just love it that everybody always can have like a good book they can probably go back to. You have any books that?
Dude, the last book I read was in I think middle school. It was like the last Maze Runner book, like the Death Cure.
Dude,
or I think
those
it was
were
the
so
prequel
good.
book. I forgot
Yeah.
the name of it, but yeah, the Maze Runner books. That was the
Yeah.
last thing I read.
I'm a sports guy, so I always read like if a writer comes out, if a sports person comes out with like a sports autobiography,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 I'm always picking it up. I think the last book I was reading was Mike Tyson's Iron Ambition, My
Mm.
Life with Cuz D'Amato, and it was about basically him growing up and the discipline behind his boxing trainer Cuz D'Amato taught him. So
Mm.
it's a pretty good read too. It's like 300 something pages to it maybe.
Wow.
Oh, you guys are better than me. I can't. I can barely read like 10 pages now. I read 10 pages.
You
now.
just
I'm
gotta have the
focused
patience
now.
for it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Dude,
mean?
no.
Just find the time and sit down, and like you'll really like you kind of get lost in it. And I think it's really important to read if you're an actor.
Yeah.
Even Michael Cimino was talking about that when he was here. Were you
Mhm.
guys there?
No.
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 He comes every time he comes. He always talks about how important it is reading, especially fiction. You really kind of get to be in the mindset of another person, and that's basically what you're doing when you're acting and becoming a character. So
That's good to
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Let's
That's a little
segue into
tip,
that,
yeah.
man.
Mhm.
Let's talk about it, man. Big dog, what got you into acting?
I think it was a number of things. I like to say better than the movies, but also The Walking Dead. I don't know if you guys have seen The Walking
Oh,
Dead.
yeah.
I love that show.
Mhm.
It's one of my favorite shows in the whole world, and I just remember watching it and just thinking that it was so cool that
Mhm.
everybody was just so involved in their characters and the story,
Mhm.
and I really wanted to be a part of something like that.
Mhm.
But I lived in Alabama at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I grew up there, and so I would take improv classes
Mhm.
from my out of my elementary school,
Mm.
and then I moved here. Kind of forgot about the want to be an actor for a little bit,
Mhm.
and then it just I don't know, it just kind of came back.
How long in
after a little
between
bit.
from when you moved here to when you started acting in classes here was that
Ooh.
time?
Maybe 4 years, 4 or
Okay.
5 years.
So a little 4 to 5 year like break just to like
Yeah.
figure out, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
When you decided to go to classes, what was like the big push that made you start taking the classes, like to go?
Okay, and this is gonna sound kind of bad because
Mhm.
my perspective has definitely changed
Mhm.
since then. And I was talking to some people about this yesterday. My biggest thing was with Better Than the Movies. I had a really big celebrity crush on Jack Champion. Do you guys know who that is?
No.
He's in the Avatar movies. He plays Spider. He's also in Scream 7. He plays Ethan the Killer. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Avatar. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had
Saw
a
him in
really
Scream.
big celebrity crush on him, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, he should totally play the main guy in this book." And I was like, "Well, I love that book,
Mm-hmm.
and I love Jack Champion."
Mhm.
And I also was like, "I want edits to be made of me," but I'm not kidding. I was
You want to see
16.
the edits?
No, not anymore.
No.
Not
Oh,
anymore.
you wanted to.
I wanted to, but I remember my first ever class. I went to Frank and I said, "How do I get famous?" And he looked at me like I was crazy, and I was
Oh.
like, "Oh,
Gee.
oh no." But yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you had that ambition just to go to an established acting trainer and be like, make me famous. How the fuck do I do it?
Uh-huh.
It was my first acting class ever, and I sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really bad scene that I did, and then I went and I asked him how I can get big.
Uh-huh.
I bet he gave you that look like,
Do you know what he said to me? He said, "You start by learning your lines." And I said,
Oh.
"Okay."
Ooh, okay. Sure.
so Texasly just a call out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you ever have any other like TV shows or films or movies? Because you kind of talked about it a little bit. But
Mhm.
did you ever have any other projects that you were watching that like, dang, I could also do that too?
The
When I
Hunger
was little.
Games.
Hunger Games?
The Hunger
Mm.
Games.
Oh, wow.
I remember as a kid, I would sit I wasn't allowed to watch them. I would sit in the doorway of my bedroom when my parents were watching the movies at night, and I would listen and try to picture the movies.
Mm.
And then I read the books first, and then I watched the movies. But I cried when they casted the new Hunger Games that's coming out in November.
I've seen the trailer. It looks really good.
It's so good. It looks so
Nice.
good. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Would you want to
Definitely.
be one of the characters that survives or that gets killed off quickly?
No, it gets killed off
Yeah.
at some point.
Okay.
That's like my dream, is to at one point die in a horror movie.
Oh my god.
Or just get killed off in general?
No.
No.
Or just
No.
get
Like
killed
in
off
real
general?
life?
No, I'm talking about in,
Oh, in a
yeah.
yeah. I just feel like it would be.
Nobody wants to get killed.
I
It's
just
a dream of mine to get killed off.
I
Yes.
feel like it would be a cool thing to experience.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, what are some of the greatest kill-offs in history of cinema?
Oh gosh.
That's a good
Well, no,
one.
basically, let's go television. What are some kill-offs, some of the greatest kill-offs in television?
The Walking Dead, like you said,
Ooh.
that has some of the best ones for
It
sure.
really does.
Mhm.
Herschel.
Oh,
The way
that one
Herschel
hurt.
died was brutal.
Yeah, that one was
Glenn.
rough.
Glenn. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Even Shane too. Shane's was like, it was like that first season, right? Season one or
second
season two? Yeah.
I think it was the second season because it was Shane and then it was Dale.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you guys have read the comics. Like a lot of that does not happen. They
Oh,
change a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is pretty different from the comics, huh?
Like Daryl isn't in the comics.
Oh, he isn't.
No, it was so hard to read.
He was like the best
Daryl.
part of like the show too. He's one of the
Right?
best parts.
Right? Have you seen?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Well, even though The Walking Dead, shout out Carrie Payton because he voices Cyborg in Teen Titans, and he's on there too.
Nice.
So that's and then my boy John Berthal, he's on there.
I love
Mhm.
John
So-
Bernthal. He's
So
so
yeah,
cool.
that's my boy.
That's
How would
wild.
you want to get killed off in a film or a TV show? Like, what would be your preferred way to go out? Like, you walk on set, be like, "You dying today."
You know the scene in Scream 1 where she gets stuck in the garage?
Yes, yes, yes. Dewey's sister.
Yeah.
You want to get stuck in the garage?
Yeah. Something cool.
That's a
Like I
good
want
way
to
to
be
go
lifted
out.
up.
Oh.
They'd have to lift me up.
Oh shit.
That's
Yeah.
a good way to go out. Yeah. And I'm not sure if I ever saw that again.
Neither. Yeah, I've only seen that once.
They did a parody in a Scary Movie, Marlon and Sean Wayans. They did a parody of it, but I'm not sure outside of that I've ever seen somebody get killed and getting stuck in the garage again.
Either that, or I don't know if you guys have seen Fear Street.
I saw Fear Street.
1979
Fear
when
Street.
the sister dies.
Yeah.
That like
All
a
three
really
movies.
dramatic, just like heartbreaking but still brutal. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's insane.
What
man.
about you? How would you want to be killed off?
You know what? I feel like a good driving off a hill.
Oh
I
shit.
think of driving off a hill, or I think
They're gonna have you rolling in the car.
driving off a hill. Yeah, stunned up with go do your thing, man.
Oh
or I
man.
think
You want to be in there?
I want to jump out of a window and land on a car.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that
want to
sounds
do a
pretty
fight scene and somebody throws me over the balcony or something. Yeah, and I land on a car.
I want to be on like the cables, you know, and they lift you up.
Yeah,
the
that's
superhero
why I
stuff.
said
feel like
the
that'd be
garage.
cool. Yeah.
What about
Or
you? Oh.
To get killed off.
yeah, well, how would you get killed off?
I don't know, falling from like like heights. I think that'd be pretty cool because then you could use the cables and all that. So like you make it look really real. I would do that. I think that'd be pretty scary, but I think it'd get me past some fears there, or just getting like stabbed or like dying in a hospital bed or something.
Hey, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Jordan, I feel like you'd be a really good Michael Myers.
A Michael Myers, really?
It's just random. No, I feel like you'd be a really good Michael Myers.
Oh, really?
Because I'm thinking Halloween 4,
Uh-huh.
the way he died in Halloween 4 was that the entire community shot him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I think you'd be a really good Michael Myers.
Yeah, just behind the mask, just like that slow. I want to play a villain. I think that'd be fun.
That'd
Is there
be
something
cool.
specific you'd like to play?
I don't think so. I
No?
think I just kind of have gotten to a point where I'll take whatever I can get at this
Uh-huh.
point. Like I have roles that I would love to play, like dream roles,
Mhm.
but there's not a specific character type. I feel
Mhm.
like the character types that I really like and gravitate towards are the ones that I'm best in.
Okay.
This is like romance
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
girl next door type vibe.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What do you think? I lost my train of thought because I'm still thinking about Jordan being Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still thinking about
I'm
how
a
he could
little
just
scared.
be
Should
him
I,
or
like-
Jason,
There's no need to be scared.
and he could just,
Yeah.
that makes you even more need to be scared.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what somebody you should be scared of would say.
Yeah. Is it like the height thing too? I don't know. Maybe we should go for it. Maybe I'll try it out.
Yeah, let's try it
eventually.
out.
Yeah,
Follow
you
me. The height.
know, little horror.
And the
film.
walk.
Halloween is coming up.
Oh yeah.
The
slow
sunstyle walk. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you
Mhm.
moved from Bama to Vegas, and
Yeah.
you start taking acting classes, right?
Mhm.
What's that experience on that first set look for you like?
Ooh, okay.
Like, and then if you can just walk us back through what was your first project, and just walk us back through everything. How'd you get it? How'd you get casted? And what was the
Mhm.
experience on
Okay.
set like?
So my first project that I had ever got casted in was actually my first audition, which was really cool.
Mhm.
And then I like to brag about that a little bit. I was 16. I had been at the acting school for less than a year.
Mhm.
I was almost 17.
Mhm.
They were casting a film called Bad Substitute at Dream Tracks, and they were looking for people who were 18 plus to play the lead characters. I had auditioned late. I was on the last day of auditions, and I had found out through some of my younger friends who were around the same age as me, meaning minors,
Mhm.
at the time. They found out how old we were, and they were just not even interested at all.
Mhm.
And so I said to Frank, I said, I really like this character. I really like this role. She's the same age as me. There's no sexual content. Like,
Mhm.
how do I convince these people to hire me
Mhm.
without my age being an issue? And he was like, just tell them you're 18.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. So I did.
Uh-huh.
But I definitely wasn't 18.
Mhm.
They gave me the role,
Mhm.
right? Like pretty much the day of, or the day after, gave me the role. Told
Wow.
Frank, Natalie, and the other woman who was working with them that they really, really liked me. And then they found out that I was not 18, gave the role to somebody else, and casted me as a smaller part. That was
Oh.
unpaid. It was because of like payment and stuff.
Mhm.
They couldn't pay anybody who was under
Underage,
18.
Okay.
And so I ended up actually, Joey, who teaches Monday classes, I ended
Mhm.
up playing his girlfriend.
Oh.
And I got to bully the crap out of him. I was so mean to him.
Mhm.
Now, did you let out some of that because they recasted you?
No, honestly, I
Did you-
wasn't
did
really
you-
upset about
Okay.
that. I understood because, like, how are they going to pay me if I'm not 18?
Yeah.
Well, again, not a major big company, right? Because I know big companies, what they do is
No.
if you're a minor actor, they put your money in some type of fund where all child actors get, and then parents can access the funds through there.
It was
Yeah.
an indie film.
Oh, yeah, so then probably not. Had it been like Universal, Warner Bros., or Paramount, or one of those big production companies, they would have put your money in like a little funding, like a little trust thing, and then your parents can access and give you what you want from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. But it was cool. It was really fun.
Mhm.
I wasn't upset about anything because I was on a set. I had never been on a set before. But it was a cool experience. It's very interesting going from the set that I was on like the first time ever compared to how I handle being on set now.
Mhm.
Over time, I've kind of had to learn that it isn't just fun.
Mhm.
It's also work. It's work
Yeah.
that you love and work that is objectively fun.
Mhm.
But it is still a job, and you have to treat it like it's a job.
Yeah.
So the first couple of times I was on set, I don't even want to think about my performances because it was just not
You weren't
good
were
because
you
I
not
was
taking
there.
it
I was like,
serious,
I
or
was so
it-
excited to be there, and
Oh,
I was
okay.
making all these friends, and I got to be in front of a camera, and I was
Mhm.
talking to people and just having fun. And that was
Mhm.
all I was worried about at the time. So I wasn't putting enough into the characters in my performance and my chemistry with the other actors.
Mhm.
So it's definitely, yeah.
At least you know
Yeah.
that now. You got to experience it, so now you
Yeah,
know for future
yeah,
reference. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how was it compared to your most recent thing that you did? How was that?
My performance or just being on
Just
set?
both being on set and your performance.
Well, my performance is, I feel like, definitely better.
Uh-huh.
But being on set, it was just so much more. I mean, again, I just realized now that it is a job,
Mhm.
and I can definitely handle being on set for more than 8 hours at a
Mhm.
time now. The first like long set that I had been on, it was, I think we filmed for 3 weeks, 5 days a week, for
Wow.
8 hours a day,
Oh, wow.
and that was killer. Like
It's
that
full time, yeah.
full time. And even Frank was like, that's not anywhere that doesn't even brush the surface of what you'd be doing on a bigger set, because they're there for months, 15-hour shoots sometimes, and it is, but it's not just the actors doing that, it's everybody. My most recent set was a UNLV short film. It was a 2-day shoot. It's like a 25-minute film. It's about a party, and it was a oneer.
Oh,
The
one
whole
shot?
thing is done in one shot, or it's meant to look like it's done in one shot. We had, I think, 3 or 4 different sequences. So we spent the first month before filming blocking everything so that the lead cast would have everything down where we were supposed to go, how they wanted us to play it. That way we wouldn't get to the day with all the extras and be unprepared. That was, I'd get to set 4 p.m. I'd spend maybe an hour and a half in waiting while they were setting everything up and getting everybody. It was a huge cast, a lot of ensemble. Hair and makeup, I'd be in there for maybe an hour. We'd start filming, and I wouldn't go home until almost 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
The whole day.
But I loved it. Honestly, it was so much
crazy.
fun. It was perfect because it was fun and everybody was taking it very seriously, but it wasn't tense, if that makes sense. So it definitely felt very much like the real deal. The most recent one. So it was really cool. Huge production. Not like huge. I mean, like huge. What are the words?
Like
for the people working on production, there were so many of them.
It was a big team, yeah.
Yes,
It was a big team of people.
huge team. They had people carpooling with production assistants from a park to
So
the
when you were like
house.
shooting these takes, sorry to cut you off, you
No,
just
you're
had
good.
like a group of people like behind the cameras, so that was probably just like
Yeah.
much different than what
We
you've done
had
before.
people who were doing set dressing, and they were keeping count of what bottle you had and how much liquid was in your bottle.
For the continuity, yeah.
For the continuity. And it was really, really cool because they're like, okay, you're filming this scene, so you have this much right now, but the next sequence, we're going to give you a completely different bottle with just barely any like liquid
So
taken
looks
out of
like
it.
You drank a little, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I just learned in the importance of filmmaking real quick is the importance of continuity. Like we're doing a set right now to where we kind of create our own little wardrobe. We create like our own looks for our characters. But then once we're done, we're like, oh shit, well we kind of have to keep
Gotta keep this
facial hair kind of stay
all
right.
of it, yeah, because there's no hair and makeup there to like get us looking right, so we gotta keep up with
like
it
we gotta
ourselves,
do,
yeah.
like, and I'm safe. I can get a haircut because I was wearing a do-rag to cover my hair, so I'm kind of safe. But even still, it's like, ooh, I don't want to tread.
You gotta be careful.
Right.
Yeah, just
You know
take
what I mean?
pictures. A lot of sets will do like photo albums, so they'll take pictures and then they'll label them, and then you just go print them out and you have the picture right there. So
I want to take you back a little bit. So you're at that first set, right? What's something, I know you said you didn't too much pay attention because you were just overall happy to be there, but what's something that you picked up from the other actors of your first set? Like, what's their routine, their warm-up process, and their approach to how they get their characters down that you kind of were picking up? But if you didn't pick it up then, what's something, looking back in hindsight right now, that you picked up from everybody else on that set?
I would say, I think Joey at the time for me was a really good example of something, or somebody that I should be looking, kind of taking advice from, or trying to not copy, but you know what I mean.
Trying to just emulate him.
Yeah. He was very in his own world almost. It was like, it was really cool to see because he would kind of interact with everybody and he'd be chatting it up, and he'd be letting himself have a good time. But as soon as they were ready to roll, it was like a completely different person, and he was honed in and he was ready. It was also really cool. The team behind the scenes was working really, really hard as well. It was a smaller team, but everybody was just so one track mind.
Everybody was devoted fully to this thing.
Yeah, and then you had a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds who were doing background, and we all knew each other, and it was a disaster. So, yeah, but it was definitely, looking back on that now, it was good to take after Joey and some of the production behind the scenes, because they were very, very personable and very outgoing, but they knew how to do their job, and they knew when to do their job.
That's awesome. So now that you did that and you done a couple of shoots under your belt, right? What's your approach to when you get a character, when you're introduced to a character? What's your approach to planning her? What's your approach to planning her, and then having to become that character? So how do you do all that?
It's a very similar process to how we do it in class. I will take the script and I'll read it as much as I can, get an idea of the script before I get an idea of the character, because I feel like I don't want to create a character that is completely different from what the director wants or what the writer's trying to portray, because then that won't do the story justice. And so I make sure that I have a really good grasp of what the story is trying to say, who the audience is, the target audience, what is the message that the director wants to get across, and how can I tell the story better. And then I'll start to create a character. I like to put a little bit of me in the characters, and generally right now where I'm at in acting, I do get a lot of characters that are very similar to myself, because you kind of have to lean into the stereotype, the typecast for a little bit. But it's definitely knowing where the story's going to go, and then building my character around that to shape it and make it better. And my character doesn't necessarily change on set, but the way that I see things in my head definitely does change based on what the other actor is giving me. But yeah.
But I like that you look at the story first, and then you build yourself around the character and around the story. Because I feel like there's other ways that you can look at it. Like, I found myself getting stuck in class reading it, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I should learn the lines first, and maybe learn the character first, but then that messes the whole thing up, and it becomes a whole thing.
Well,
so
the first couple of times that you read a script, it's going to be a completely different story than when you are used to it and you know it day in and day out. But yeah, it definitely is a lot of like, just, I want my characters to feel lived in, because they existed before the pages. Obviously, they don't just come in as soon as the story starts. They have to feel like people who have existed before then. And that's so important in a lot of really good performances. Like when we were talking about Obsession, those characters feel very lived in, and you can see that they have an inner monologue that feels like, oh, maybe there's an experience that they had before then that they're tying to now, or something like that. And so it's definitely small things. I'll give my characters, I'll make playlists, I'll make Pinterest boards. I love Pinterest. I try to journal in character. Sometimes I'll take pictures if I feel like my character would want a picture of something when I'm out. I'll take a picture and I'll put it in a little folder for my character in my phone. Just small things like that I can do day to day to feel like I'm getting in the headspace. I don't go too crazy with kind of like, I know some, like, I don't remember which actor it is, but I know that he is, like, his family will leave sometimes when he books a part, because he just is the character for several days before.
You just method acts, huh?
Just method acting.
Man, Method Actors Podcast.
I would definitely love to try something like that, but I just haven't yet. It's more of like just small things that I feel like my character would enjoy. I give him little hobbies, traits.
I want to touch on something you said real quick. So you mentioned that you like to put small pieces of you into a character as well. How do you do that?
Just like little things that I do. Like when I fist bump people, I don't actually fist bump people. I'll like snail. So like, give me a fist bump. I go like that. Just like little tiny things like that. Also like, I feel like sometimes the way that I talk, I'll put into characters. Like, I feel like if a character is very similar to me, then I don't feel the need to change the cadence or my posture or sometimes the sets that I've been on have given me the liberty to dress how I want, and so I'll just put
Just
outfits that
regular
I'll wear.
clothes.
Yeah, just small things like that.
Mm.
Not anything too crazy because I want the character. I don't want the character to feel like Jillian. I want the character to feel like the character, but I feel like we as actors always have some parts of ourselves that we put into the character.
Yeah, something will fall through. And then
Yes, because I feel like that is it's just how acting works. Because we as people can empathize, especially as actors, we can empathize with other people, and there are so many similarities between people on the daily, and you can find that in your character.
Yeah.
So,
What you were saying there about like how you set up these certain things for your character, right? Like a playlist, pictures, all that, little quirks and stuff that you do. How are you able to differentiate that from Jillian? Like, how close does that line get on a day-to-day? Do you find yourself at times being like, oh, I'm more of the character right now than I am Jillian? And then how do you get back to that?
mostly when I'm by myself.
Okay.
Sometimes it is fun to like if I'm in a drive-through. Sometimes I'll try to become the character. I normally always fail at doing that because
No.
because I'm like I don't want to scare anybody, but again they don't know. It's mostly when I'm by myself. A lot of my character work I do in my own personal time. I'll sit in my room and I'll just try my hardest to make the space what I think my character would be in. A lot of visualization.
Okay.
Hopefully that answered your question.
No, that did.
Okay.
So, like, if you go out to get some food and stuff, will you put down, like, your character's name? Or no? Would you
I've
just
never
put down
done that
Jillian?
before, but I really want to try.
Try that out, yeah.
I want to try.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I feel like it just depends on the character for me. Like if I'm playing, when we were doing this scene, it was a 3-person scene and we were in the hospital. And we had accidentally shot one of our friends. That I felt like was not that character. She had no reason to be any different from me, but she felt very different from who I was as a person and how I would handle a situation like that.
No, same, yeah.
Not necessarily because she was still a very gentle character. The way that she went about the scene was very different from how I would handle it, so I had to change not myself, but the way that I saw the scene based on how she would see it and how she would handle it, because every single scene is just a conversation.
Yeah.
And so how would my character be having this conversation? That I feel like there is a very established line between me and that character. Other characters, like say, if I were doing a scene from Better Than the Movies, that would just be me. Literally, I would just play her like myself. Hopefully that was...
No, yeah, that was great. Yeah, that got every single point right there. Yeah,
good.
no, that was great.
I feel like I'm just spitballing right now, if I'm being honest.
No, yeah, you don't have to get like some super deep philosophical answer.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That was great. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Have you ever ran into trouble trying to do everything to create a character?
Oh, yeah.
What troubles have you ran into trying to create a character? Is it ones of like you not being able to relate to a character, or you're like kind of judging their actions?
Yeah.
So what troubles do you run into trying to also become a character at the same time?
I definitely, especially I do this a lot in class, if I know that there's a character that I don't want to play, I will kind of automatically judge that character in the eyes of my character, and then I'll end up having to play that character, and I don't have an established character for who that person is, because I was too busy judging them to actually care about giving them a good solid arc and a good solid backstory and making them feel real. Just things like that. And also a lot with I just lost my train of thought. A lot with characters, especially when we're doing superhero scenes. When we're doing the superhero scene in Nina's class, that was such a hard scene for me because I felt like it was just too
Was it like the actions
superhero-y
and stuff?
for me. I was too focused on how I wanted the performance to look that I wasn't focused on the character, and so there wasn't any character there. So things like that, it does get hard sometimes if I feel like a character is very different from myself, and that's definitely where I'm learning right now on my acting journey, is that they're always going to be different from you in some way. They're going to be alike. You guys are going to be similar in some way, but you're also going to be different. And there are going to be times where I get auditions for characters that are nothing like me, and I'm just going to have to suck it up and create the character and do my best.
You just got to like wing it sometimes, you know, make a bold choice, just take a big swing, and then you never know, it could work out.
Yeah.
What are some films or some actors that you thought put really good performances into their work and becoming a character that you kind of took from there too?
Okay.
Like I know your favorite actor is Michael, can't say his last name.
Samino?
Yeah.
No,
Isn't that your favorite
he's
actor?
not my favorite. He's super cool, but he's not
He's
my
super cool.
favorite. I actually told him who my favorite actor was a couple weeks ago. It's Iowa Debris.
Oh,
I
okay.
love her. I
That's
love
great.
her in The Bear.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it is so cool how she can go from like, and it's awesome because I'm not seeing her as the actor in any of the characters that she
Nope.
plays. I get so lost in her characters, and
Mhm.
another actor who does that is Zendaya, and I think she's incredible. I don't know if you guys watch Euphoria.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen the
I
drama.
I,
Mhm.
I
I just
kind of
saw it.
stopped after season 1. Well, here's the thing: the layoff between it was like 5 years from season 4 or
It was
5.
a while,
Yeah.
Or was it
4
3 to
and
4?
5.
Excuse me, 3 to 4.
2 to 3.
2 to 3. Wow. I'm thinking they ran like 5 seasons or whatever.
No.
But it was
Yeah.
like 5 years because the last time they did was
Mhm.
2021.
Mm-hmm.
And so now when they recently just did it, by the way, Rue dies. Yep,
Rest in peace.
I'm spoiling it.
Spoiler, yeah.
Buy your ass the HBO Max subscription.
I didn't watch that episode.
Buy your ass a
You didn't watch
subscription.
it?
Nope, because I
Rue
got spoiled
dies.
and I was like, nope, I'm not watching the show anymore.
She
Really?
dead.
Yep.
Rue is dead, everybody.
It was kind of like it was a nice scene. I don't know, I liked it because I was confused at first when I saw it. I was like, what's going on here? And then you slowly realize what had just
Yeah.
happened, and it's just like a nice little realization. But yeah, she's a really good actress at doing
She's
Shake
that.
it up.
incredible.
Yeah.
Shake
And
it
it's
up.
every single time I see a performance with her, and it's never Zendaya.
Mhm.
You know
It's
it's
always
gonna cook.
completely different.
Mhm.
I
Uh,
love this film she did with John David Washington, Denzel Washington's son. I don't know if you watched it, but it's a movie on Netflix.
Where they're married.
Kinda. No, so it's a movie on Netflix where he's a writer and he
Mhm.
wins this award and he doesn't thank her. And it was shot during COVID. And so she's like, well, why don't you thank your wife, the love of your life? I went through an addiction.
Mhm.
I went through all my career saving you. And they have this like kind of like one scene argument in an apartment. I forget the name of the movie,
I think
but it's starring her and John David Washington. And I thought that was like just exceptional work
yeah.
because you could really feel she's a wife mad at her husband for
Mhm.
not acknowledging her on the biggest night of his
Yeah.
life. You
It's
know what I
mind
mean?
blowing. Like, she is as big as she is for a reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But my favorite actor in the whole
Superstar.
world is definitely Iowa Debris.
Mhm.
Like, I think if I ever met her in person, I would run away because I love her so much. She is just, I don't know if you guys have seen Bottoms.
No.
It's so funny. It's so funny. And she is very similar in the sense that she becomes the characters so much to the point where you don't see her at all. It's like watching a
Mhm.
completely different person.
Was that before or after The Bear?
I think it was after. I think The Bear was already running
Okay.
when Bottoms came out. She's also in I Love LA. It's a
didn't
show
know
on
that.
HBO Max. It's
Okay.
got Josh Hutcherson in it and
Okay.
Rachel. I can't remember her last name, but she's in Bottoms too.
Okay. Josh Hutcherson, that's the guy from Hunger Games, right? He was in the first one,
yes,
right?
yes.
PETA?
Yep,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that one out.
love him.
It's on Netflix or HBO, you said?
HBO or Hulu, one of the two. I think it's on
Somewhere.
Hulu.
Okay.
Tubi.
I love Daisy Edgar Jones. I think she's an incredible actress. She's in Where the Crawdads Sing, Normal People, Twisters, with
I didn't see Twisters with
what's
David
his name?
Cornswet.
no, yeah, and what's his name?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh, I heard that was a good movie, too.
I also think Glenn Powell's a pretty good actor.
You spend your entire week trying to slowly perfect and get better at acting.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell us, what's a normal acting week look like for you when you're not on set? Because I know you spend a lot of time in the gym getting the rep. Sorry. I know you spend a lot of time
No.
getting the reps in. Sports. I know you spend a lot of time getting the reps in, right? With the coaching, with the clinics that people have, the workshops that people come to the school and everything. What's a normal work week for acting look like for you?
Really, honestly, right now it's
Monday
whenever,
through Sunday. Walk us through it.
it's whenever I can find the time.
Mhm.
Right now, really. So on Mondays, I'm in class.
Mhm.
Normally, I'll just kind of. Mondays, it's a tough one for me because I want to treat the first week of Monday like a cold read. So
But what's a Monday for you look like? What kind of class?
it's Joey's class. It's the on camera.
They don't
So
know
it'll
that.
be-
You gotta
It's
tell the
his
camera.
name.
You gotta tell. What is it, an audition
Okay,
class? We know
yeah,
it, but the
it's-
people watching
okay,
don't know that.
So it's an on-camera class.
Talk to us,
The
man.
first 2 weeks of that class are practicing auditioning.
Mhm.
We do cold reads the first week. The second week, we treat like a callback.
Mhm.
Weeks 3 and 4, you're on set.
Mhm.
You've booked the role. You've gone through all the critique. You've gone through the process. Now it's the real deal. The first week we film and we just watch ourselves.
Mhm.
The second week we film it as an actual scene. We watch the whole thing together and we see how it really came together.
Mhm.
Which is really cool to watch
Mhm.
yourself
That's
be
really
on
cool.
be on camera. You should
Mhm.
come to Monday class.
For sure, you should be there.
How do you feel like that helps you looking back when you're trying to land an audition, but you're like, well, I go through this every single week. So how do you feel like the class that you train, literally training every Monday night, helps you when you actually get inside the room?
It helps with eyeline. It helps with knowing how to set up the camera. Because what you realize in that class, and this is, it might sound weird, but it is very helpful in the sense of knowing how to play for the camera. When you're watching people on stage, you see one thing, and then it's so crazy to watch them on Monday when we see the videos of them performing. It looks completely different because you can see everything and you're so up close. So everything that you see when I'm watching Jordan perform and he's in front of the camera, but I'm all the way in the back watching him perform, it looks like a completely different scene compared to watching him on camera because it picks up differently your tone because, again, you're so close to your face. So it definitely helps with knowing how to tweak my performances to look good for the camera so that I'm not too big or too small. And eyeline, it's so big. Eyeline, shadows, camera angles. A lot of casting directors have all casting directors have really short attention spans. You have 10 seconds to grab their attention. And it's really put into perspective also how you can get that attention and make them want to watch your tape. Because one thing that I've noticed in that class is a lot of people, they don't start off super strong and then they get settled into the scene and they get used to it and their endings are incredible. But nobody's going to make it to the ending if you don't have their attention from the get-go. So that definitely also helps a lot.
Is that your advice you tell all actors when they try to audition too?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's so important. I mean, I was helping Dominic last night with an audition, and I was like, you need to be more interesting in the beginning because your end is so good, but they're never going to see that. So and most of the time, even if your tape is good, they won't watch the whole thing. So you just have to make sure you have their attention from the start. And, yeah.
I like that. All actors, man. Take notes. She's dropping gems today.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
So that's your Monday, but what's your Tuesday through Friday look like for you?
My Tuesday, I sit with Frank for an hour in privates, and I kind of work on whatever scene he gives me or a scene that I need to be working on. If there's something that I'm struggling with in class, I'll sit with him and I'll do it, and he'll really drill me. It's just the two of you in there, and he gets deep. He will tear you in the scene until you get it. And so that's where I feel like a lot of my best work is done, is when I'm acting with Frank. But that's
because there's no cameras. It's just
no
raw,
cameras.
authentic.
There's no audience. It's just Frank, and it's him. He acts with you, so you'll be doing the scene. But right now I'm working on a monologue. And so it's just me, and it's really like a lot of the critique he's been giving me is like you're not picturing it. Because sometimes when we act, we kind of just zone out.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing there. And sometimes really good performances come out of it. Other times you can tell that there are no thoughts in your head, and your character is constantly thinking. Like I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now, and you're processing and thinking things while I'm talking. Your character has to have that too, even when you're performing a monologue. And so that's what we're working on right now is, yes, I'm saying words, but I'm also thinking as I'm going, and there wasn't enough in here going on.
That's a good one to learn, yeah. Sorry to cut you off, because, like, when you're doing something on your own and you're just saying those words, it's really hard to find that thing to grasp onto. So I feel like a monologue helps out a lot.
Yes,
That'll get you really good,
I love a good monologue.
And then to do that for a character that you're doing a scene for, then it just adds so much depth to that.
Yeah, especially journaling.
Oh,
if you journal as your character and then you try to say it out loud, that helps a lot. Wednesday, don't really have anything going on. I work for 8 hours at a little cafe/coffee shop. So I get that done, and then I'll do work in the morning if I can. I'll work on some stuff that night before I go to bed. Thursday, we have advanced slash-masters and film studies, and that class gets crazy. It gets intense. It's a lot of, at that point in where you're at, specifically as an actor, you have to know who your character is before you sit down in the chair and you perform, or you sit down in the chair and you talk to Frank about what you've prepared. You have to know, or he's going to call you out on it. We lie to him all the time. He's teaching us how to be good liars. That's what he does for a living. If you're going to, can I cuss on here? If you're going to bullshit him, he's going to know. And so it's very much, a lot of the preparation that I do during the week is for Thursday classes, because it's so important to have a character that matches the scene, and that is strong, and like you just need to know what you're doing. And so it's very. I've seen him break clipboards before. He doesn't do that anymore.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. But like last Thursday, I didn't even get to perform because I think 3 groups went up, and Frank was just so frustrated because he felt like we weren't doing the scene justice for how long we had it, and he was already giving us a lot of grace that day. And so he was just like,
I feel bad because I feel like I'm part of the reason.
No, don't feel like there's no pressure. It was your first advanced performance,
They said my
right?
fault.
No, but I feel that though, because like even that day he said he was gonna give a lot of grace, and I was like, okay, cool. But then when you get up there, he cares so much that like if you I
Grace
wasn't
go out the window.
But
yeah, no, I was saying a line wrong, and like he was just
Yeah.
like, why are you saying it like that?
Well, you
And I
realize
was
like he wouldn't, if he didn't see that you could do it, he wouldn't say anything
Exactly,
to you.
so
because that's
it's-
just how Frank is. If he knows that you don't care and he knows that you aren't going to do it or you can't do it, he won't even try.
Yeah.
But he knows that you can.
So it meant a lot, yeah. But
Yes.
yeah, after that he went on and
Just
just
went
like
off
took it
on you?
himself, yeah.
You know, listen, man, the OG been trying to get me to.
He like performed up there for 45 minutes.
No,
where
yeah,
he was him
up
and
there.
Dominic,
Uh-huh.
and they just broke the scene down.
The OG been trying to
Crazy.
pull me in that room
I
too. He
know,
said,
you
"Bring your
need
black
to
ass."
go. He did not say it like that.
What's your Saturday look like?
My Saturday is Nina's class, so it's
That's what's up.
Actors Launchpad. It's a lot of exercises, a lot of, okay, you're given a character. This is who your character is. How does your character stand? How does your character talk? What is the motivation? How do you go about it? What do you lose if you don't get what you need to? And that's a big part of your character because we as people do that. We are either, this is what Frank says as well, we as people are always either avoiding pain or seeking pleasure. And your character's motivation, who they are as a person, and where they're working from, it's always going to fall under one of those categories. There's rarely ever a fine line in the middle. Again, Frank also says that. I'm sorry, Frank. I'm stealing his line.
No, it's okay. So, yeah.
And I feel like that is a lot of what we stress in Nina's class because you can have a strong character, but your character won't be rounded without motivation. Why are you doing what you're doing?
Grounded in the character's truth. Yeah.
Yes. What do you lose if you don't get what you want? So it's we work on stuff like that a lot, and then we perform the scene. That we call it batting practice because you kind of take what you learn in Nina's class and then you go and you apply it to other classes.
Yeah.
So as we kind of segue into the closing of the show here, what's one thing that you just want, because you're still up and coming actor, an indie actor in the game trying to make it, right? What's one advice you give to all actors, to everybody trying to make it, and to everybody who's in the business? What's one advice from you that you feel like is good? Because mind you spend your entire week training from Monday through Friday solely with the purpose of how can I get better, and then you spend each week with that same thought and that mindset as well. So what's some advice that you can just give real quick to anybody in the business right now or anybody that's trying to make it?
I think as actors we never stop learning. That's one big thing, and I also think I tell a lot of the newer students this: if you keep going at it, you're going to work at some point.
And then what's, not to cut you off, but then what's something too you also tell all actors about their character?
About their character?
About everything we talked about today, about planning one and becoming one. What's the main difference right there?
I think the biggest thing is making sure that your character matches the scene and the story. I feel like we as actors are there to tell the story that we play such a small part in the general storytelling when it comes to film and TV, because we have the writer who has the vision initially, then we have the director who executes it, and our job is to make sure that we do those characters justice and the people who are living something like that justice, because as actors we always want somebody to see something. Like if you're playing somebody who is in an abusive situation, you never know, somebody could be sitting in a movie theater and realize that that's them, and they never realized that before, and it resonates with them, and because characters stick with everybody for specific reasons, because we see ourselves in them. And I feel like if you're not making your character rounded enough and lived in, and but also matching the story, then it's not going to work.
Falls flat.
That's what's up, man. That's pretty good, man. I love everything you talked about today with planning and becoming a character, for sure, man. And I just got to give you props, 'cause like I said, you spend your entire week training to be better, And when people can see hard work, man, I hope it goes a long way.
Oh yeah,
Thing.
Yeah.
it'll pay off. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Jillian, we have a segment on this show called Keep It or Cut It. And
Okay.
basically what we like to do when we talk about situations in Hollywood that we want to keep in the that should be kept in the final take. Or
Okay.
should we just cut it and get rid of it?
Okay.
So let's dive right into it. Should all great films have a sequel? We was talking about Obsession at the kickoff of this show. Do you think more films should have a good sequel to them?
No.
Mm.
Don't fix it if it's not broken.
Like Wimpy Kid. I didn't think Wimpy Kid needed all them
No.
sequels.
No.
But they had like multiple books.
Same
Eh.
thing with Scream. Did Scream? Are we still going with Scream? Like, why are we still going with?
I
Scream?
thought Scream. Okay. Realistically, Scream should have ended at.
4.
It wasn't necessary to do anything after 4.
Yeah.
Not trying to disrespect Jenna Ortega, but I don't think it was necessary storyline purposes. But then you got your hardcore horror fans who demand to see this. Halloween should have ended at Halloween 5. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. The
I respect
only
that.
movies that I think should continue going and should never stop are the Hunger Games movies.
That's the only one.
The only
She's
ones, the
biased.
only
Really?
accepted
She's
ones. I am
biased.
not biased. I'm never biased.
What about like TV shows? Multiple seasons, okay?
spinoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You like spinoffs too?
Spinoffs? It really depends. Like if they made, I don't know if you guys watch Gilmore Girls. They made a Gilmore Girls spinoff, and I didn't really enjoy that one. If they like Twilight, they're making a show. They don't need to be. I think so. They don't really need to be doing that. Harry Potter, I was a little iffy on because they're making it a show now. But I am a little excited now because I heard it's more book accurate.
Y'all saw they're doing a live action Scooby Doo, and they filmed a lot. They got a real dog to cast as a Scooby Doo.
I'm kind of excited for that
What?
because the dog
Yeah.
looks cute. You haven't
They're
seen the
doing a
dog?
live action
No.
Scooby Doo.
Aw.
I'm gonna send it
I
to you
just
after
know
the show.
McKenna Grace is in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
McKenna Grace.
So are you keeping it or cutting it?
Cutting it.
You're gonna cut it. All right. Next, how do you feel about musical artists doing acting?
I'll keep that one.
You gonna keep it?
Yeah.
What are some good musicians that have done acting?
Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish has picked up some acting and she's pretty good.
Michael Cimino.
Michael Cimino, but Michael Cimino was an actor first.
Yeah. So the other one.
What is it? What is his name? Donald Glover. I think he's been
Oh,
doing
he's
some acting
great.
too. Tyler the Creator was in Marty Supreme.
Oh, that's right.
And he was
yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
He was
great,
so
too.
funny.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist
Yeah.
in the whole world.
If you say Taylor Swift, I'm walking. out
I'm
of
big
this
on
set.
Olivia Dean right now.
I thought she was. Our show was gonna walk.
I
out of this
like
set.
Taylor Swift a lot. I do have to say.
You want Taylor Swift? You want this for all the Swifties? You think Taylor Swift should do some acting?
She has done some acting.
What has she been in?
I don't remember, but I know that she has done some
Thought it was
acting,
terrible
and
as
it was
fuck.
funny.
Do you prefer Taylor's version?
Depends on the song.
Okay.
Depends.
Okay.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
My favorite Taylor Swift
Yeah,
song.
I'm just gonna. We're a music podcast now. Fuck it.
We are. I really like "You Are in Love" from 1989.
Okay.
I always gravitate towards like
Okay.
love songs.
I don't know much Taylor Swift, so
I know one. It's a classic.
Is it Bad Blood?
no blank space.
I like
Is it
Bad
Blank?
Blood. I like Blank Space. My favorite Taylor Swift song though is the one where she's like, "You belong to me." That's
Oh,
the
that
one.
one's
a good.
good,
One.
that
Yeah, I
one's
like
good.
that one,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I also like "I'm Gonna Get You Back" by her from one of her newer albums.
So you're gonna keep that?
Yeah, I'm
You're
gonna keep that one.
musicians and
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Does Hollywood still value good character work? What do you think? You think Hollywood, and I'm specifically calling out Universal, Paramount, all your favorite not musical, I'm still on topic of music, all your favorite productions in LA, right? Do you think they still value good character work? You think they like to keep, when they look for actors and they're casting people, you think they want to keep good authenticity, or they just want to be like,
I think so.
we're just going to bring, or do you, because I see a lot of actors in everything, right? Not a bunch of indie guys like us three. I see a lot of actors like just reoccurring in everything.
That one is very situational, I feel like.
Because
Because
if you're getting casted, you're getting
like,
casted.
yeah, I understand movies like The Odyssey. A lot of these actors are, here's the thing, with some established actors, there are two things. One, money. Two, these are people who have worked on sets for years and they know are reliable. Sometimes people, when they're doing projects that big like The Odyssey with so much money involved, they're a little nervous to cast younger people because if they can't trust that person to be professional and to deliver what they need, they're giving you X amount of money and it's kind of a waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have seen, like, with Off Campus, people that you haven't really seen before.
Mhm.
Obsession. It's starting to show up because the media
Ooh,
wants to
Water
see
got me jittery.
the media wants to see a little bit more faces that we haven't
Raw.
seen so
Mhm.
far. That it's just sometimes it's hard to find.
It's hard to
But
do.
that
yeah.
being said, I don't think that it's necessarily them not wanting to have good characters.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of stories are
Mhm.
built around the characters nowadays, but the actors normally elevate it. I feel like
Mhm.
Marty Supreme. I feel like was crazy.
Mhm.
That was a good movie.
No, that one was great.
That's
yeah.
a good
lot
example of
character work.
good character work
Mhm.
from all of the actors in it. It's not
Mhm.
my favorite movie ever. Sinners is really good character work. We watched Michael B. Jordan be two completely different people, and we believed him
Mhm.
the whole time.
It's hard. That is so freaking hard
Yeah.
to do. I just came off where I did something similar to that, and so all the work you talk about just doing for one character, now motherfucker, you gotta do
He's
it
gotta
for
do it
two.
for two for the
Mhm.
same movie.
So
and
that's vicious.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
cool to see.
100%.
Everybody was like Haley Steinfeld was incredible in that
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
The main guy.
It was his first film.
It was his first film,
Mhm.
and also voice
Uh-huh.
like butter.
Oh, yeah, to sing,
Jeez
too. Yeah, his
Louise,
voice
oh
is
my gosh,
so,
she's
like,
incredible. But yeah, I don't think they don't value character work. I think
Mhm.
they just have people that they trust and know will bring in money. But
Yeah.
they're still good at
So
what
we
they
gonna
do.
what we gonna do with that? We gonna keep it or cut it? I
We're
guess
gonna keep it.
Mhm.
Hollywood still not looking at character work, but just valuing good actors.
Agreed. Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
cut it
You're
Oh,
gonna cut
okay.
because
it.
I like again I like the let's give some people a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
Mhm.
indie filmmakers out here who've been really hustling in the game for like 10, 15 years now.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And even Yaha says he didn't get his first start until he was like 30. You know what I mean? And so I feel like we should cut it, and I feel like more casting, and this kind of takes me back to episode 1,
Mhm.
where we're like, should Hollywood look for more actors? I feel
Mhm.
like it's still the same thing. We need to
Yeah.
go to all 50 different states, right? And we
Mhm.
need to just go find, if I'm casting a project, yes, I can get my top two, I can get my number 1 and my number 2s on the call sheet, right?
Yeah.
But who can I go get after? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And to me, it's so much more substance where you have like an actor like all of us in this room or
Uh-huh.
somebody that you guys know to where, oh, hey, they got that. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
as time goes on, that door is opening up more and
Yes.
more
Right.
for indie
Yeah.
films.
Right.
Like
I
I
feel
said
like-
earlier.
Right.
Especially Obsession and Backrooms. Like,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
a big
It-
year.
And
it-
maybe this is a kickstart to where,
Mhm.
hey,
Mhm.
at
I-
these film festivals, you know, if we're all some big directors, let's go to these film festivals. Let's see
Yeah.
what we like. You
I
know what
feel
I mean?
like it's kind of been like a slow process.
Like a
Like
slow
even we were
regression?
talking about Moonlight before we started the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago, and that
Mhm.
was I think it was the first. I don't know if it was the first indie film to get nominated for the Oscars, but it was an indie film
Yeah, I think it was a big
that
thing,
was
yeah,
taken
for
to the
sure.
Oscars.
Mhm.
And we had some new faces in that.
Mhm.
But it's definitely like a slow process. But I feel like we do see it happening
Yeah.
more.
I feel like it
Um,
also happens in waves too, you know,
yeah.
like with Moonlight and all that. I feel like it comes in like segments, you know, the door
Yeah.
will open for a little bit and then it'll ultimately
It's
close back up for
big-
the seasoned actors.
Big right now with theatrical releases
Uh-huh.
Right.
and shows.
Yeah.
You a fan of 3-hour movies? We're going to keep it or cut it. 3-hour
Oh,
movies.
Keep it. 100%.
Would you
There are
watch a
so many
4-hour
movies. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean 3. I'm not 2 hours and like 55 minutes. I mean
3.
specifically 3.
Yeah.
You gonna keep it?
Yeah.
I'ma
There's
cut
so
it.
many movies that need to be longer.
I'm gonna cut it.
Dude, I'm
I-
gonna keep it.
I
Be in
would
there for 5 hours,
Pay
4 or
so
5
much
hours.
money
I
to
don't-
watch a like uncut version of The Hunger Games or Superman
Oh yeah.
or The Maze Runner
Uh-huh.
even.
I feel like you can get a good film with 2 hours and 30. You know what I mean? I feel like you can get a good substance of that.
Yeah. I mean, I would watch Obsession if it were 4 hours long. It felt like it was too
Because
short.
you're a women. Obsession's a movie for all these crazy.
What about Secret Wars?
I'm not crazy.
Would you want Secret Wars to be 2.5 hours?
Just call me
Just-
crazy. Do you hear
Obsession
that?
is a movie to all these women. Let's get started. I feel like Secret
Did you hear
Wars
something?
should be, but they.
Must
but
have
here's
been
the
the
thing.
win.
They're
Must have
getting
been
two
the win.
movies. Secret Wars is getting 2 movies.
You think it's
getting
getting 2
Doomsday.
movies?
We're getting Doomsday and Secret Wars.
That they're 2 separate
Do you
things?
guys think that Marvel's still like pushing out good stuff?
They've started to put out better stuff now.
Really?
They've
I
started to
kinda
put out better
stopped-
quality.
After
I'll
Black
say better
Widow,
quality.
After Black Widow, I kind of
Yeah.
stopped a little bit. I also like the most recent Captain America. That one was pretty
Really?
I'll say better quality.
good. But after that, I was kind of just like.
Thunderbolts is like one of the best things they put out in a while. You have to watch it. Yeah, it has a good message to it. I
Really?
think that's what Marvel was missing for a while because they started off with like a good message, good theme, and they lost it in the amount of stuff that they
I
were
just-
pushing out.
I feel like you can't beat like Age of Ultron or the original Iron Man
That one
movies.
aged like fine wine. Age of Ultron. At first it was meh, but now you go back and watch it, it's so
Right?
good.
And the
Super
Iron
good.
Man movies are so
Oh, they're
good.
classics. Yeah.
Super good.
Spider-Man.
You want to do some quick hitters
Mm-hmm.
to end the show? This is some
Okay.
quick hitters. This is some questions that come to my mind. They're rapid fire, and you have to answer.
Oh,
Full
shit.
on honesty.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know about this.
Number 1, favorite coffee.
Hazelnut latte.
Why?
Because it's sweet, but also a little bit bitter, so it's not too much.
From where?
Ooh, Founders.
Oh,
What's a
okay.
good place in Nevada that you recommend people to get their coffee at? That's not well known yet.
Founders.
Founders?
Might have to do a little
Yeah.
product placement
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I'm gonna say
Also, Aware.
Aware.
This is a
Cafe.
tiramisu latte. It's my
Uh-huh.
first one
Tell
from
me where it's
Aware.
at.
Local cafe. They got one on the southwest side of town. It's Rainbow and Blue Diamond, and they have one in Henderson and one in Centennial.
Favorite TV show?
Oh, The Haunting of Hill House. It's a mini series though,
Mm.
not The Walking Dead. The Haunting of Hill House. It's a
Okay.
mini series. It's also a
Favorite
book.
movie.
8 episodes?
8 episodes.
That's
It's
nice.
incredible. Can I talk about it for a second? Like for 2
Go
seconds?
ahead, go ahead.
It's so it follows a family,
Mhm.
and one of the girls in the family ends up dying. I think each character and what they struggle with is supposed to represent a different stage of grief. I think that's what I saw, and it's so good.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
Mhm.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Finding Nemo
Really?
or
Why?
Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp.
Finding Nemo.
Those are interesting.
Which one?
The first one.
I had to forget. Oh, Brace Face.
There's
I can
Finding
never
Nemo
forget-
and there's Finding Dory,
I can never
but
forget
I don't
Brace
like Finding
Face.
Dory. I like Finding
I never
Nemo,
watched that one.
and they found Nemo.
That's
Mhm.
crazy. Favorite social media app?
Pinterest.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Curveball.
Curveball.
Mm-hmm.
Go curve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go curve.
What do you do on Pinterest?
Oh my gosh, I can scroll on Pinterest for hours.
You just
Yeah.
look for inspo, huh?
I just look for inspo. I have so many
Mm.
Pinterest boards. Like I have one for like what I want my summer to look like.
Oh, okay.
That's
Songs I
awesome.
like.
Does it come to fruition if you make a Pinterest board like that?
I
Is it like a
try.
mental thing?
I
Okay.
try. I like to make lists too. So like I'll see stuff on Pinterest and I'll be like, okay, bucket list for the summer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Da 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 da.
What's the first thing you like to do when you go to California?
When I go to California, go see my family.
Go see your
Mhm.
family. That's
Yeah.
good.
Like a family in
I also
California.
like the
Some love.
Spectrum, the
Okay.
mall.
I know you've been
saw
to the
Elle
beach.
Fanning
How's the
at
beach like? How's the beach life
love
out there
the
like?
beach. I
Mhm.
love the beach. I love the ocean.
You like it? Are you a tanner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously. You out there?
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Big city or more nature?
Big city.
Okay.
I want to live in New York,
Oh, okay.
but I do love a good hike.
Yeah.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
That's your solo camera right there. Shout out anybody who you want to shout out.
Mercy, I love you.
Big Merc!
I'm wearing your shirt. I'm
Merc!
wearing your shirt. Merc! There you go.
Uh-huh.
You got to do it now.
Big Merc?
Yeah.
Merc.
Y'all do it.
That was
Y'all
sad.
do it the
No,
conventional
I'm
way.
not trying to yell at her, you know?
Merc!
Mercy, Maya, JJ, I love you guys. I love you, Valerie. I love you, Mia. I also love my parents and my cat and my dog
Okay.
and Frank.
And Frank, too.
We
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a thing we like to ask people that come on about motivation. What's your method motivation look like for you? What's something that you're constantly just trying to get better at in everyday life?
I'm just trying to keep up with everything, honestly. Like even when it gets hard, I just want to make sure that I'm still doing it and I'm still holding myself accountable and doing what I need to, because the hard times are going to roll no matter what. But if I stop doing what I need to because it gets hard, then it's kind of going to set me back a little bit.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Jillian, thank you so much for stopping by and giving us an hour of your time.
Thank
today.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for stopping by and giving us an hour of your time today. Ladies and gentlemen, that was today's episode of Method Podcast. That was episode 4. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe on the comment section. Tell us how you feel. And stick around, man, because we may or may not have we may or may not get a couple things coming up, man.
Special things
Couple
coming up.
Maybe a
things.
live
I'm
show.
doing stuff.
Maybe
Lauren.
a
Thanks.
maybe a live
Thanks.
show July the 10th that Jillian may
That's
or
the
may
day
not.
after my birthday.
Maybe
Possibly.
Jillian may or may
Really?
not
Okay.
possibly be a part of just
Uh-huh.
yet.
Day after
Ma-
my birthday?
Maybe a live show at 11th Street Records that we're not pulling together just yet.
You
But we
know.
got one live show. Come on, everybody. So if you like this episode, tap in with us. You know, TikTok is popping now. We getting a little bit in the ride here. YouTube, tap in with us. You know what I mean? Soon to be on Instagram, soon to hit streaming. And that was it. Jill, appreciate you for coming on again.
Oh,
Jordan,
thank you so
Thank
much.
you
let's do it
guys.
again.
I
Seriously.
talk a lot.
Appreciate you.
This
No,
is
that was great.
perfect.
Yeah, you did your thing. You know.
Go watch Obsession.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how you feel about it.
Mhm.
Thank you.